Have you ever seen a truck that looked like a giant steel toaster rolling down the highway? Or a monstrous Soviet machine so thirsty it seemed to drink gasoline by the barrel before breakfast? Welcome to the brutal, smoke-filled world of old-school trucking, an era where safety was almost an afterthought, comfort barely existed, and the men behind the wheel were expected to be tougher than the machines they drove. Forget today's smooth riding, climate-controlled highway cruisers from modern brands like Volvo or Peterbilt, because we are diving deep into the dusty pages of engineering history to uncover 10 of the strangest, roughest, loudest, and most unbelievable trucks ever built. These were not just vehicles, they were mechanical beasts that helped build nations, conquer frozen wastelands, haul impossible loads, and survive conditions that would destroy modern trucks in a week. From the icy highways of Siberia to the sunburned roads of 1960s America, these monsters ruled the earth with smoke, noise, and pure brute force. Some looked friendly, some looked terrifying, and some looked so bizarre you would swear they came from another planet entirely. Which one is the weirdest? Is it the infamous cracker box that rattled drivers until their bones hurt, or the single-axle Soviet mutant that looked more like a failed science experiment than a working truck? Stay with me, because the deeper we go, the crazier these machines become. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and prepare yourself for a journey into the wildest age of trucking ever created. We begin with a legend that completely changed Soviet transportation forever, the mighty Kamaz 5320. Before this truck arrived in 1976, Soviet drivers were stuck with outdated bonnet-style rigs that offered terrible visibility and even worse comfort. But the Kamaz felt like a glimpse into the future. With its modern cab-over-engine design, it looked almost European compared to the crude machines surrounding it, and for Soviet truckers, it was revolutionary. Powered by a thunderous 10.85-liter YMZ 740 V8 diesel producing 210 horsepower, the Kamaz was not merely transportation. It became a symbol of industrial pride, built in what was then the largest truck factory on Earth. For the first time, many Soviet drivers had access to something luxurious by USSR standards, a sleeper cab, allowing them to travel massive distances across the continent with at least a little comfort. This 6x4 workhorse could haul around 17,000 pounds while pulling combined loads exceeding 57,000 pounds, and even though its top speed was limited to roughly 53 miles per hour, the torque delivery was what truly mattered on Russia's brutal roads. Equipped with a 10-speed manual transmission and splitter gears, it gave drivers enough control to battle mud, snow, ice, and endless terrain. Fuel economy sat around 7 miles per gallon, which was considered surprisingly efficient for such a heavy Soviet machine. Yet despite its improvements, the Kamaz was still a vibrating iron beast. Early cabins had almost no insulation, meaning every explosion from that giant V8 echoed directly beneath the driver's seat. Still, to Soviet truckers, this was the Cadillac of the East, a machine so tough that if it broke down in the middle of nowhere, you could practically repair it with a hammer and stubborn determination. Even today, its legacy lives on through the Kamaz racing trucks that dominate brutal events like the Dakar Rally. But while the Kamaz represented Soviet modernization, our next truck became the true face of the Soviet working class itself, the unforgettable ZAL 130. If someone tells you to picture a classic Soviet truck, chances are you imagine this machine immediately. Produced for more than 3 decades starting in the early 1960s, the ZL 130 became iconic thanks to its panoramic windshield and signature blue and white paint scheme, a color combination largely chosen because that paint happened to be plentiful in the USSR. This truck was everywhere. It served as a dump truck, fire engine, garbage hauler, military transporter, and farm vehicle, becoming the universal workhorse of the Eastern Bloc. It was designed so simply that almost anyone could drive it, whether an inexperienced teenage conscript or a hardened veteran. Efficiency meant nothing here. Survival meant everything. And here comes the truly bizarre part. While most of the world was switching to diesel engines, the ZIL stubbornly kept a massive 6.0-liter V8 gasoline engine under its hood. Yes, this giant beast ran on gasoline, guzzling fuel at an outrageous 5 to 6 miles per gallon while producing around 150 horsepower. It came equipped with a 5-speed manual transmission and could haul roughly 13,000 pounds, reaching about 56 miles per hour if conditions were favorable. But what made the ZIL unforgettable was its personality. With rounded fenders, soft curves, and a slotted grille that almost looked friendly, it had a cartoonish appearance.